Not sure all these names are correct, but
And welcome to Lakin Bronc Sports YouTube. I'm Brett Hendricks. Thanks for joining us this afternoon for Lakin Lady Bronc
batting
softball
first,
here at the
playing
Lakin Rec
shortstop,
North
number
Complex
11,
here in Lakin.
Mackenzie
The final
Cornelison.
home game for the Lakin Lady Broncs today as they get set to battle the Lady
Number
Longhorns
21,
of Holcomb.
playing center
Tonight is
field,
senior night.
Michaela
In
Dennison.
between games, they will introduce and recognize
Number
the
15,
seniors on the squad,
catching,
and we will have that for you prior to
Corinne
starting
Rodriguez.
our second game
On the
today.
mound for the
And,
Longhorns, number 9, Ryan Johnson.
I'm sitting right beneath the
Number
PA
3,
speakers, so
playing
you're
right
going to hear a
field,
lot of
Lily
background
Wilson.
noise and whatnot, but we'll try to
Number 10,
shield it as best we
at
can.
third
They are now
base,
introducing the
Cadence,
starting
also
lineups.
known as Paige Jones.
So for the Lady
Number
Longhorns, they
2,
come into
playing
today's
left field,
contest with a record
Brooklyn
of
Tolbert.
13-1.
Number
The Lady Broncs,
14,
after a
playing
doubleheader sweep of
third
Hugoton on
base, first
Tuesday
base,
night, they come in
Paige
10-8 on this
Buttress.
season.
And in second base, number 7, Emma Pena.
So let's look at the starting lineups. First for Holcomb, leading off at shortstop will be Mackenzie Cornelison.
Now for your Lakin Lady
Batting second in
Broncs.
center field is Michaela Dennison.
Playing
Batting
center
third and
field,
catching
number
is
2,
Ryan Rodriguez.
Josiah Ortiz.
Batting fourth and pitching is Corinne Johnson. Batting fifth in right field,
Playing second
Lily
base,
Wilson.
Number 4, Nayeli
Batting sixth at
Velasquez.
third base, Cadence Jones. Batting seventh in left field,
Behind
Brooklyn
the
Tolbert.
plate,
Batting eighth at first
catcher,
base,
number
Paige
23,
Gutierrez.
Elisa
And batting
Fonseca.
ninth at second base, Emma
At
Pena.
shortstop, number 20,
Now the
Megan
starting lineup for
Bachman.
the Lakin Lady Broncs, 10-8 on this season under head coach Melissa
On the mound
Conradi.
for the
And
Lady
this is their
Broncs,
lineup.
number
Batting
10,
in the
Mariah
leadoff spot in
Ortiz.
center field is Josiah Ortiz.
In right
Batting
field,
second at
number
second
11,
base, Nayeli
Kenzie
Velasquez.
Loman-Fuller.
Batting third and catching is Elisa
At
Fonseca.
first base, number
Batting
22,
fourth at
Brianna
shortstop,
Holmes.
Tegan Bachman. Batting fifth and pitching, Mariah Ortiz. Batting sixth in right
Designated
field,
player, number 8,
Kinsey Loman-Fuller.
Anise-
Batting
Anise
seventh at first base,
Gonzalez.
Brianna Holmes.
In left field,
The designated player
Number
is
3,
Anais
Sarah Wright.
Gonzalez. And she's batting
And-
eighth and batting ninth in left field,
Playing-
Sarah Wright.
playing third base, number 24, Sarah Martinez.
And playing third base will be Sarah Martinez, but she will not bat in this contest. Hope everything is working
Let's
out
play
okay.
ball.
We are on my phone hotspot
You do
today.
not want me singing the national anthem.
So we're about set to get things going here at the North Lake and Rec Complex. I did see a little bit of rain in the area, but it's going to slide off to the west and even drift off to the north of us. But a lot of clouds are building, and there is a chance for rain here this afternoon. The only thing that I will say is if it starts to rain, I will probably be done because I'm sitting here in the elements. So if it would happen to rain, which most likely if it would happen to rain, we'd be done anyway. So, but if we do happen to start getting rain, we're going to be out of here. It's almost a situation that I'd just take it to get the rain, I think. So we're about set to go here at the Lake and Rec North Complex. Lady Broncs and Lady Longhorns of Holcomb in non-league action here this afternoon. First of two here on Lake and Bronc Sports YouTube. It'll be the final broadcast of Lady Bronc softball for us. There's a couple baseball games next week, and we'll see how the old work schedule goes, whether I'll be able to nail those games for us or not. So a lot of things happening in the spring. Spring's a lot harder for me to get to because of the job, having to leave early and whatnot, middle of the afternoon, stuff like that. So I try to fit it in best we can. So we do the best we can. Our 16th year of broadcasting Lakin High School sports and activities. Hard to believe it's been that long. Mariah Ortiz making the start for Lakin in the circle. Her catcher, Elisa Fonseca. Mariah on Tuesday in the doubleheader sweep over Hugoton struck out 25 batters. in those two games.
Coming up to bat for Holcomb, number 11, Cornelison.
So Mackenzie Cornelison, the shortstop, leads it off for the Lady Longhorns here in the top of the first inning. Cornelison comes in batting .511 on the season. Bats from the right side. Temperature in the mid-70s here this afternoon, but a wind out of the south at about 20, 25 miles per hour. A little looper over the pitcher's head, taken over towards the bag. Throw is not in time, and that'll go as a single
Now batting
for Cornelison.
Denniston,
That'll bring up the
21.
center fielder, Michaela Denniston. Denniston batting from the right side. Runner at first, nobody out. Runner off on the pitch, and the pitch is fouled straight back. Swing and a miss. And the count is no balls, 2 strikes to Michaela Denniston. Ryan Rodriguez on deck. Here's the line in the 0-2. Swung on and missed. And that's a strikeout for out number 1.
Now batting number 15, Rodriguez.
That'll bring up Ryan Rodriguez, the catcher. Rodriguez batting .375 on the season. Bats from the right side. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 the count. Holcomb 13-1 on this season coming into this afternoon's doubleheader. Lady Broncs are 10-8. One pitch is high, popped up into left center field. Josiah Ortiz there for the out. Good job of playing the wind. The wind will definitely be an issue here this afternoon. It's out of the south. Like I said, probably 20 to 25 miles an hour right now. Brings up Corinne Johnson. First pitch from Ortiz, low and in the dirt. And Cornelison goes to third on the wild pitch. And it's ball 1. High fly ball towards left. Sarah Wright lunges. And it's out of here. A 2-run home run for Corinne Johnson.
Now batting number 3, Wilson.
That'll bring up Lily Wilson, the right fielder. Fly balls to the outfield today, especially left field. It probably won't take much to get out of here. I thought at first that might be a routine pop fly to left, and the wind just kept carrying it. Swing and a miss, and the count strike 1 to Lily Wilson. And another swing and a miss. And it's strike 2. Oh, and 2 the count. Nobody on. 2 outs in the top of the first. Holcomb with 2 runs across. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fouled straight back. Count remains 0-2. When you're watching the screen, we do include first base. We apologize. You're not going to see much of the left-hand side of the field. Camera's mounted on the chain link, and it's really the best we got to be able to try to get the picture in between the chain link squares. So count remains 0-2. Cadence Jones on deck if Wilson can keep the inning alive. Here's the 0-2 pitch once again. Low and in the dirt, ball one. One and two the count to the Lady Longhorn right fielder. Swing and a miss. Wilson down on strikes, 4-3 away, but the Lady Longhorns come up with 2 runs on 2 hits. Nobody left, and no Lady Bronc errors. After 1/2 inning of play, it's the Lady Longhorns 2, Lady Broncs coming up. You're watching Lady Bronc softball on Lakin Bronc Sports YouTube. Don't go away.
They said this place was too isolated to call home. They said it was too remote to build a community. And then one day, a farmer strung a copper wire from one fence post to another and changed everything. We didn't build the communities of Southwest Kansas. No, we just brought them together.
For the Lady Broncs, number 2, Josiah Ortiz.
Josiah Ortiz to lead it off for Lakin here in the bottom of the first inning. Should be followed by Nayeli Velasquez and Elitza Fonseca. Ortiz squared the bunt, pulled it back, but took the strike. And it's 0-1. Doreen Johnson making the start for Holcomb. Ortiz slaps the foul up the... Actually popped up into shallow left field.
Number 4, Nayeli Velasquez.
And Josiah on base safely. Nayeli Velasquez to bat. Back-to-back left-handers to start the bottom of the first inning. Johnson rocks. Here's the pitch. Squared the bunt. Missing for strike 1. And Velasquez down in the count, 0-2. Johnson looks in. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Velasquez. Missing high and outside. Count 1-2. Pitch taken on the outside corner for strike 3, and 1 away.
Now batting number 23, Elitza.
Brings up Elitza Fonseca, the catcher. Fonseca batting .600 on the season. Bats from the right side. Josiah Ortiz, the runner at first base. We've got 1 out. Taking at the knee is for strike 1. Tegan Bachman on deck. Swing and a miss. Actually foul tipped into the glove for strike 2. And Ortiz out, trying to go to second. Just like that, there's 2 outs in the inning. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Elitza. Swing and a miss. Lady Broncs go quietly in the first inning. 2 strikeouts for Johnson. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left, no Holcomb errors. After 1 complete, the score, Holcomb 2, Lady Broncs nothing. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back right after this. You're watching Lady Broncs Softball on Lakin Bronc Sports YouTube.
Kearney County, a wonderful life opportunity, offers a wide range of opportunities to residents and visitors. Hunting, fishing, camping, golfing, and bowling provide recreation, plus the Lake and Rec Commission provides youth and adult programs in Lakin and Deerfield. Explore the rich history of the county by visiting the Kearney County Historical Museum or the historic sites throughout the county. Take advantage of what Kearney County has to offer. Contact Ralph Goodnight, Kearney County Economic Development, or on the web at www.kearneycountykansas.com.
Leading off for Holcomb in the top of the second inning will be Cadence Jones, the third baseman. Should be followed by Brooklyn Tolbert and Paige Buttress. Tell you what, we've got some rain. It's close. Thank goodness it's off to the northwest of us. First pitch to Jones outside for ball 1. One 0 pitch. Just missed on the outside corner, and the count goes 2-0. Line foul out of play off the third base side for strike 1. Count is 2-1. Just underway, game 1 here in this non-league doubleheader at the Lake and Rec North Complex. Pitch in the dirt, and it's 3-1. Brooklyn Tolbert on deck. Clouds have moved in now. It was sunny when we got here. Last I checked, there is a 40% chance of rain. We'll see. 3-1 pitch in the dirt, and the leadoff walk issued to Cadence Jones.
Now batting number 2, Tolbert.
Brings up Brooklyn Tolbert, the left fielder. Tolbert bats from the right side. First pitch, hit her in the foot. And the
Now
first two
batting,
on
number
for
14,
Holcomb
Buttress.
to start the second inning. Brings up Paige Buttress. She'll be followed by Emma Pena. Buttress bats from the left side. Pitch is low for ball one. Ground ball slaps past third. Into left field, the runners will advance. And they will be loaded for Emma Pena.
Now batting, number 7, Pena.
Lady Longhorns threatening in the top of the second. They have the bases loaded, nobody out, leading 2-0. First pitch from Mariah, low and inside for ball one. Low and inside for ball two. Throw to first, runner back. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Pena. In there for a strike. 2-1 to count. Tomorrow's the Lakin Invitational Track Meet at the Lakin Track. Field event started 3 o'clock. Fouled back. And the count even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Field event started 3, running prelims. They're saying 4:15 approximately. I would venture to guess more 4:30 than 4:15. 12 teams coming. Ought to be a good one. Pitch is high and the count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Lakin hosting the High Plains League track meet next Friday. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Big strikeout for Mariah Ortiz with the bases loaded. That's one away.
Batting, number 11, Cornelson.
That'll bring up Mackenzie Cornelson. Cornelson led off the game with a bloop single just over the pitcher's head. Line shot into left. 1 run will score. Brooklyn Tolbert being waved around. She will score. So 2-run single for Mackenzie Cornelson. The runners advance to second and third on the throw. And that'll bring up Michaela Denniston.
Now batting, number 21, Denniston.
Mariah starts Michaela out with a strike across the knees. 0-1 count. Swing and a miss. Denniston down in the count 0-2. Denniston struck out her first time up. Runners at second and third, 1 out in the top of the 4th. Longhorns have 2 across. Pitch gets away from the catcher. Runner is on her way to the plate and will score. That'll go as a wild pitch as the run scores, and Cornelson advances to third. Fly ball into center field. Ortiz makes the catch. Runner tags at third and will score. And the bases are clean with 2 outs for Ryan Rodriguez.
Now batting, Rodriguez.
High pop-up on the infield. Mariah near the line makes the catch. 4-3 away. But not before the Lady Longhorns come up with 4 runs. And they will lead it 6-0 as we get set to go to the bottom of the second inning. We're back after this. Don't go away.
When you choose a bank, you're investing your trust in a group of people who will be handling your hard-earned money. You look to them for expertise in financing your dream home and your teenager's first car, purchasing farm equipment, or expanding your business. At Kearney County Bank, we're invested in a community we believe in. Let us be your choice in community banking. Visit KearneyCountyBank.com or come by 221 North Main Street in Lakin or Garden City State Bank, a branch of the Kearney County Bank, 1910 East Marion, Garden City, and see what our staff can do for you. The Kearney County Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
The Lakin Recreation Commission has a full fitness room with 5 treadmills, tread climber, rowing machine, 3 elliptical fitness cross trainers, 2 stationary bikes, and strength training fitness equipment. You'll find just what you need for your own quality workout. The fitness room is open for the public's use free of charge during business hours. For use after business hours, Lakin Rec also has a keyless entry system available. The Lakin Rec Commission, always involved with the youth of Lakin, 702 North Campbell, Lakin, 355-7039. The benefits are endless.
Coming up to bat for the Lady Broncs.
Tegan Bachman will lead it off for
Bottom
Lakin
of
in the bottom of the second. Should be
number
followed by
20,
Mariah Ortiz
Tegan Bachman.
and Kinsey Lumen Fuller. Tegan, a senior, bats from the right side. Here's the first pitch from Johnson. Line smash, foul towards the Holcomb dugout. Strike one to count. Tegan fouls that one back and out of play. And down in the count 0-2. Ground ball towards third, off the glove of the third baseman. Shortstop throws, but not in time. There goes an error on the third baseman.
Now batting in, Mariah Ortiz.
Tegan Bachman on to lead off the second inning. Mariah Ortiz coming to the plate for Lakin. Strike called. Mariah checked. Here's a check swing, but I don't think she went. But I guess my word don't count. And a swing and a miss. Ortiz down in the count 0-2. Johnson looks in for the sign. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And got her looking. Ortiz down on strikes, 4-1 away, and that brings up Kinsey Loman Fuller.
Now coming up to bat, number 11, Kinsey Loman Fuller.
One out in the inning. Swing and a miss. Strike one the count. Brianna Holmes on deck. Swing and a miss, and the count 0-2. Popped out of play. Off the bleacher cover on our side. Count remains 0-2. And the wind is picking up even more. That'll be all I can do to hold this stuff down. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Kinsey down on strikes for 2 away.
Now batting number 22, Brianna
Brings up the first baseman, Brianna Holmes. Tegan Bachman, the leadoff batter, still at first base, now with 2 outs. Swing and a miss by Holmes. Strike 1 to count. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Here's the wind and the 0-2 pitch from Johnson, and a swing and a miss after a first batter reached on an error. Corinne Johnson strikes out the side, so the Lady Broncs go quietly once again. No runs, no hits, and 1 left. There was 1 Holcomb error. At the end of 2 complete, the score: Holcomb 6, Lady Broncs nothing. We're back after this. You're watching Lady Broncs Softball on Lakin Bronc Sports YouTube. At Lakin Drug, their mission is simple. They strive to provide professional pharmacy services with hometown hospitality. Lakin Drug's experienced staff leads with compassion and utilizes modern technology to fit all of your individual needs. Whether it's prescription medications or over-the-counter products, Lakin Drug has the answer to all of your questions. Lakin Drug at 610 O'Loughlin Street in Lakin is a proud supporter of the community of Lakin and Lakin schools. Corinne Johnson will lead it off for the Lady Longhorns in the top of the third. Holcomb with 2 in the first, 4 in the second. Lead at 6-0 here in the top of the third. Ortiz winds first pitch. Outside for ball 1. One-0 pitch in there for strike 1. Count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Lily Wilson on deck. She'll be followed by Cadence Jones. Pitch is high for ball 2. Just missed outside, and the count 3 balls, 1 strike. Going inside, and a leadoff walk for Corinne Johnson.
Now batting number 3, Wilson.
Brings up Lily Wilson. Wilson, a strikeout victim to end the first inning. courtesy runner Buckholz running for Corinne Johnson. First pitch, line shot into center field, will fall for a hit. Oh, just barely got in. I thought she was out. Nice play by Ortiz, but I'll tell you what, I thought that was in time. And I won't be able to see it on my replay, but I pulled it up, but there's
Now batting number 10, Jones.
I really thought the ball beat the runner to the bag myself, but pitch was high to the almost the top of the backstop. Cadence Jones at the plate for Holcomb. On the outside corner for strike one, 1-1 to count. Pitch low and in the dirt. Here's the 2-1. Ground ball right back to Mariah and in through the wickets into center field. One run will score. Lily Wilson around third. She will score.
Now batting number 2, Tolbert.
Lady Longhorns now lead at 8-0. And nobody out in the third. Brings up Brooklyn Tolbert. Takes the first pitch across the knees for strike one. High and outside for ball one. Count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch. Swung behind it for strike two. And Tolbert down in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. High is the count, evens 2 balls, 2 strikes. Just missed outside. And the count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And I just saw lightning. Be interesting how long they leave the kids on the field.
14, Buttress.
I don't know if you saw it on the screen, those of you watching, but pretty good off to the left field side here. Paige Buttress, single and run scored her first time up. Takes the first pitch outside for ball one. A wild pitch and Tegan Bachman backing up third. Kept another run from scoring. Line shot up the middle. We'll score 2 more. Jones crosses the plate. Brooklyn Tolbert around. She will score. So a 2-run single for Paige Buttress. And
Now batting
Holcomb
number 7, Pena.
adding to their total. Now it's 10-0. Still nobody out in the third. 4 runs across. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 to Emma Pena. Pena squared the bunt, pulled back and took ball 1. 1-1 to count. Count now 2-1. Excuse me, 1-2. Swung on and missed for out number 1. And that brings up Mackenzie Cornelson.
Now batting number 11, Cornelson.
Cornelson, 2 singles, has scored twice, driven in 2. Line outside for ball 1. Ball gets away from the catcher as the runner goes to second. Ortiz winds. There's the 1-0. Line outside once again past the catcher as the runner goes to third. High for ball 3. Michaela Denniston on deck. Ball in the dirt. And a 4-pitch walk for Cornelson.
Now batting number
Puts runners at the
21,
corners for
Denniston.
Michaela Denniston. Denniston 0 for 2. A sacrifice fly in the second inning. And struck out in the first. Pitch is low and inside for ball 1. Cornelson steals second base. Fly ball towards right, and it will land for a hit. Denniston with the RBI single. Buttress scores. Cornelson goes to third. It'll bring up Ryan Rodriguez. Ryan is 0 for 2. Flied out to center. Popped out to the pitcher to end the second inning. First pitch is a strike. Runners at second and third. 1 out. 5 runs across. High pop up. Tegan Bachman over towards the bag. Makes the play. And that's 2 away.
Johnson is the batter.
I'll bring up Corinne Johnson. Johnson led off the inning with a walk and scored the inning's first run. Missed outside for ball 1. the 1-0 from Mariah. Just missed. And it's 2-0. Runners move up. No, that was a snap throw to third. Sorry about that. Snap throw to third. The runner was back in time. Pitch across the letters for a strike. I was about to call ball 3. Corinne Johnson with a 2-run home run in the first inning. Swung on and missed, and the count evens 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch is high for ball 3, and the count full at 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch upcoming. And that's to the backstop. So for the second time in the inning, Corinne Johnson heads to first with a walk.
Now batting number 3, Wilson.
I bring up Lily Wilson, the right fielder. Bases are loaded, 2 outs. Wilson with a single earlier in the inning. Has scored in the inning. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Ground ball towards short. Taken up with it. Goes to second in time for the out. And that's 3 away. 6-4 on the put out of Denniston at second base. And that'll do it for the Lady Longhorns in the third. They score 5 runs on 3 hits. They leave them loaded. And there was 1 Lady Bronc error. After 2.5, the score, Holcomb 11, Lady Bronx nothing. We'll be back right after this.
Flashback to the days of Bebop and Bobby Sox at Flashback's Diner, Highway 50, Lakin. Fantastic burgers, Coney and Chicago hot dogs, Philly, steak, BLT, and chicken sandwiches, along with ice cream treats like the traditional banana split, sundaes, shakes, malts, and cones. Dine in or carry out. Flashback to the days of Bebop and Bobby Sox at the one and only fantastic Flashback's Diner, Highway 50, Lakin.
Refinance your auto loan at Golden Plains Credit Union. You could lower your current auto loan rate by 2% with no payments for up to 90 days. Rates can be as low as 3.25% annual percentage rate. This offer applies to loans financed from another lender. Think of all the money you could be saving every month. This is a limited time offer, so stop by and ask about refinancing your auto loan today. Golden Plains Credit Union. Life with a touch of gold. Member NCUA.
Leading off for Lakin will be Ana East Gonzalez. She'll be followed by Sarah Wright, and then back to the top of the lineup to Josiah Ortiz. Swing and a miss. Strike 1, the count.
Now batting number 8,
Anais Gonzalez.
Corinne Johnson in the circle, the 0-1. Fouled up the first base line for strike 2. The 0-2 struck out looking, and that's one away.
Now batting number 3, Sarah Wright.
Sixth strikeout of the game for Corinne Johnson. Brings up Sarah Wright. Takes it to belt for strike one. Strike two called on the inside corner. Some of the fans here didn't like it, but I'm sitting right behind it, and it was right on the edge. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fouled off to stay alive. 0-2. Steal the count to Sarah Wright. And strike three called looking, and that's out number 2.
Now batting number 2, Josiah.
Seventh strikeout for Johnson. We'll bring up Josiah Ortiz. Ortiz led off the bottom of the first with a single. And then she was caught stealing. Intended to bunt, pulled the bat back for ball one. Cadence Jones, the third baseman, halfway between third and home, waiting for the bunt attempt. Pitch is low and in the dirt for ball two. Bunt is dragged up the first base side, but stays foul. And the count, 2 balls, 1 strike. Pitch low and in the dirt, and it's 3-1 to the Lady Bronc center fielder. Johnson looking in for the sign from Rodriguez. Here's the 3-1 pitch to Josiah Ortiz, and that's high for ball 4. 2-out walk for Ortiz.
Now batting number 4, Nayeli Velasquez.
We'll bring up Nayeli Velasquez, second baseman. Struck out looking her first time up. Nayeli with the bunt out in front of the plate. Rodriguez quickly up and throws to first in time. 2-3 on the putout, and that does it for the Lady Broncs in the third. No runs, no hits, 1 left, and no Holcomb errors. After 3 complete, the score, Holcomb 11, Lady Broncs 0. We'll be back right after this.
They said this place was too isolated to call home. They said it was too remote to build a community. And then one day, a farmer strung a copper wire from one fence post to another and changed everything. We didn't build the communities of Southwest Kansas. No, we just brought them together.
Fred Ripsima established the Lakin Dairy in 1997 and is now a leading producer of high-quality milk for human consumption. The Lakin Dairy is proud to be a big part of the Kearney County economy and community. With fantastic, dedicated, and hard-working employees, the Lakin Dairy prospers in the heart of, as Fred calls it, the Midwest Feed Shed. Always supporting the Lakin High School students, the Lakin Dairy, a verified premium operation, is honored to call Kearney County home at lakindairy.com on the internet.
Cadence Jones leads off the Holcomb fourth inning, to be followed by Brooklyn Tolbert and Paige Buttress. Jones 0 for 1 with a walk, reached on an error in the third. Has scored twice, takes the first pitch high for ball one. Popped off the backstop for strike one. One and one to count. Pitch is high for ball two. Strike called on the outside edge. Count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bronc baseball team is on the road tonight at Holcomb. Slapped foul up the third base side. Count remains 2-2. Season's quickly coming to an end. The Lady Broncs, this is the last games of their regular season before they get ready for regional play the week after next. Regional seedings will come out next Wednesday. Lady Broncs in the Scott City Regional. Bronc baseball team will be traveling to Goodland for regionals. Let's see, regional track will be held in Garden City, hosted by Garden City High School. That'll be an interesting day. Garden City, they're also hosting the 6A regional. Foul out of play. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Slapped foul once again. And let's see, regional golf coming up a week from next Monday, and Lakin hosting regional golf. So busy around Lakin in the next week and a half or two. Busy around the area for all schools. Hard to believe. Next week, graduation already. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Ortiz. Popped up, taken over, and makes the play. That's one away.
Now batting number 2.
Brings up Brooklyn Tolbert, the left fielder. Tolbert does not have an official at bat, was hit by a pitch in the second, walked in the third, scored both times, fouled that one straight back for strike one. Paige Buttress on deck. Fouled off the first base side for strike two. Once again, tonight is senior night. Seniors will be introduced between games prior to game number 2. And that pitch is outside for ball one. Fouled out of play once again. Swung on and missed. Pitch was dropped, but Sarah Peters able to throw her out. That's 2 away in the inning. Brings up Paige Buttress.
Now batting number 14, Buttress.
Paige 2 for 2, 2 singles. Has scored twice, driven in 2. Bats with nobody on, 2 outs. In the top of the 4th. Takes the first pitch low and in the dirt for ball 1. 1-0 pitch low for ball 2. Duo pitch taken on the outside corner. Count goes to 2-1. Grounded back to the circle. Mariah up with it. Throws to first in time for the out. For the first time tonight, the Lady Longhorns go in order. No runs, no hits, nobody left. And no Lady Bronc errors. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Holcomb 11, Lady Bronx nothing. We're back right after this. Don't go away.
A lot of action on the street today, huh, Willie?
Yep. Oh, check out the German V8.
Good car.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Ooh, 64 dream car.
At Shelter Insurance, we insure all your favorite rides.
Oh, classic convertible.
And have since 1946.
Sweet pickup. Hiya, Muggsy.
Yo.
From Hot Wheels to hybrids, we've got you covered.
Hey, mailman.
Love those shoes.
Hey, where you going?
Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Elisa Fonseca back into the lineup. She will bat. Here to lead off the bottom of the 4th. Sarah Peters had taken her spot on the defense in the 3rd inning. First pitch. High and outside for ball 1. Sun trying to come back out here a little bit. Strike called on the inside corner. Count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Kind of rather see it overcast and cloudy. I see my monitor a lot better. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Johnson. Swung on and missed, and Fonseca down in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Missed inside for ball 2. Count even. 2-2. Johnson the sign, the 2-2. Grounded up the third base side. Johnson throw gets past the first baseman. And Elite's is safe on the air.
Now batting.
That'll bring up Tegan Bachman.
Tegan Bachman.
Rivera to run for Fonseca. Tegan reached on an error in the second inning. Takes the first pitch on the outside corner for strike one. Popped up. Falls foul. Count 0-2. Tegan Bachman, the Lady Bronc shortstop. Swung on and missed. Taken down on strikes for one away.
Now batting, number 10, Mariah Ortiz.
Mariah Ortiz comes to the plate. One on, one out. Lady Longhorns leading 11-0. First pitch from Corinne Johnson. Pitch is low for ball one. Snap throw to first. Rivera goes to second on the error. And it's a 1-ball count to Mariah Ortiz. Swung on and missed. Count evens 1 ball, 1 strike. High and outside for ball 2. Apologize, I didn't have the updated score there. It is now correct. It is 11-0. To the backstop for ball 3 as the runner advances to third. Mariah taking, and the count now full at 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch, foul back. Count remains 3-2. Strike 3 called on the outside edge for out number 2.
Now batting, number 11.
That'll bring up Kinsey Loman Fuller. Runner at third and 2 outs. Kinsey, a strikeout victim, her first time up. Pops that one back behind the plate and is caught for out number 3. Lady Broncs get a base runner, but is stranded. No runs, no hits, and one left. After 4 complete, Holcomb 11, Lady Bronc 0. We'll be back right after this. Don't go away.
Some commercials make it really tempting to buy cheap insurance. That's great if price is the only thing that's important to you. The agency believes cost is important, but protection is what you're really paying for. Rely on the agency to build the policy that protects your property at a price you can afford. Call the agency today at 620-355-6789.
Oh, this stupid When it's time to do that welding, don't do it yourself and make a mess out of it. Call Hendricks Professional Welding Service in Lakin. On the farm, on the ranch, or at your place, or at Hendricks Welding 3 miles west of Lakin. Welding done right the professional way. Call Brad Hendricks at Hendricks Welding at 355-6734. That's Hendricks Welding. Don't do it yourself and make a mess. Just call old Brad.
Emma Pena to lead it off for the Lady Longhorns here in the 5th. First pitch high for ball 1. One 0 pitch swung on and missed, and the count even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch to the backstop. Takes the count to 2-1. Two 1 pitch looked at the knees, and the count evens. 2 balls, 2 strikes. In the dirt, and the count goes full. One thing about it, with the sun coming out, the wind has died down considerably. I don't have to reach out and hold on to everything on my table here. Swung on and missed. Pena down on strikes for 1 away. Brings up Mackenzie Cornelson.
Batting number 11, Cornelson.
She'll be followed by Michaela Denniston. Low for ball 1. Roller on the right side of the infield, flip to second. In time for the out. 3-4 on the put out. And that's 2 away.
Now batting number 21.
Brings up Michaela Denniston. Dennison 1 for 2. Strikeout, a sacrifice fly, and a single in the 3rd. Has driven in 2. Bats with nobody on 2 outs. Ground ball. Holmes picks it up and races to the bag in time. 4-3 away. So for the second consecutive inning, the Lady Longhorns go in order. And we'll go to the bottom of the 5th. With the Lady Longhorns on top, 11-0. We're out of here. We'll be back right after this.
The Ranch House community is here to assist with skilled rehab, long-term care, and assisted living. We offer a serene atmosphere, dedicated staff, delectable dining, and daily activities. The Ranch House is here to serve our communities. Please review our site at midwest-health.com/ranchhouse/ or call 620-371-4700 to schedule your tour today. We look forward to hearing from you.
Brianna Holmes will lead it off for Lakin in the bottom of the fifth inning.
Number 22, Brianna Holmes.
She'll be followed by Mariah Ortiz and Kinsey Loman Fuller. Excuse me. Jump back in my lineup. Brianna leading it off. She'll be followed by Anais Gonzalez and Sarah Wright. First pitch. Fouled off. Back to the screen for strike one. In between games will be senior recognition. We'll have that for you as well. Popped up and caught by the catcher for one away. That'll bring up Anais Gonzalez.
Now batting, number 8, Anais Gonzalez.
Should this be the final inning of this game, if Lakin doesn't score 2, it will be over on a run rule. And at the conclusion of the game, I will turn this broadcast off, and then we'll get set. And we have game 2 on our YouTube page. Fouled up the first base side for strike one. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Flared right to the first baseman and caught 4-2 away.
Now batting.
That'll bring up Sarah Wright.
Sarah Wright.
Sarah swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1 to count. Ground ball in the hole and past the shortstop for a hit.
Now batting, number 2, Josiah Ortiz.
Takes the Lady Broncs back to the top of the lineup for Josiah Ortiz. Ortiz 1 for 1, a single in the first, a walk in the third, and a runner at first, 2 outs here in the home half of the fifth. Pitch from Johnson. Fouled off the first base side and out of play. Strike one, the count. Fouled off once again. And Mariah down in the count Josiah down in the count 0-2. Johnson looks in. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. And Ortiz down on strikes, and that's the ball game.
And that's your ball game.
Lakin losing by the score of 11-0. And their record falls to 10-9 on the season.
We'll take a short break. There's somebody fixing hot dogs, etc. down here for.
So the total's for Lakin. Well, for the ball game, Holcomb improves to 14-1.
Before.
And they score 11 runs on 7 hits. They strand 3 base runners and commit 3 errors. For Lakin, no runs on 1 hit. They strand 3 base runners and commit 1 error. The winning pitcher for Holcomb, Corinne Johnson. Losing for Lakin in the circle will be Mariah Ortiz, as the Lady Broncs see their record fall to 10-9 on the year, while Holcomb improves to 14-1. Well, that's going to do it for our broadcast here. We're going to sign off of this one, and then we'll open up Game 2 on our Lakin Bronc Sports YouTube page. I want to thank everybody for joining us here for Game 1. We'll be back for Game 2, I'm going to say in about 10 minutes. We'll be back on the air. We'll have the senior night introduction.